Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the 41st U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships, coming to you from the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel here in Norfolk, Virginia. It's Friday of U.S. Open week, probably the most exciting day. Everybody's trying to get to tomorrow, where we'll have our final 4 players, and we'll be crowning a champion tomorrow night. We have one lost side action for you right now. One of these players is going to say goodbye, one's going to go on. Before I introduce them to you, I'd also like to take another opportunity to thank our 3 signature sponsors that have made this event possible and supported the U.S. Open throughout all the years, Simonis, Diamond, and Aramuth. Thank you so much for all you've done for the U.S. Open. And thanks to each and every one of you Accu-Stats viewers out there for being with us all week, and to each and every one of you that have come here to watch it live in person. Thank you all very, very much. Okay, here we go. Our first player is from Taiwan and the Republic of China. This gentleman is the 2015 World 10-Ball Champion. He's sponsored by Cyclop Pool Balls and Predator. How about a great U.S. Open welcome for Ko Pin Yi. Thank you so much. His opponent from Bislig, Surigao del Sur in the Republic of the Philippines. Among this gentleman's long list of accomplishments include the 2014 Derby City All-Around World Championship. He's sponsored by Tiger Products. He's known as Robocop. Please welcome Dennis Orcollo. Okay, at this time, it's my pleasure also to send it up to the booth to the USA Mosconi Cup captain, Mark Wilson, and to Hall of Famer, Danny Diliberto. Take it away, guys.
We are Oceanside in Norfolk, Virginia at the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. Our match pits, Godzilla versus King Kong, Ko Pin Yi, and Dennis Orcollo. I am Mark Wilson. Alongside me is my close friend, Danny Diliberto. Danny, any pre-match thoughts?
Yeah, Ko Pin Yi, I'm surprised he didn't jump off the building after the match he lost last night. But you said he handled it like a gentleman and wished his opponent good luck in the future match. And, of course, Dennis Orcollo, for quite a while, was rated the best player in the world. And he's not far out now.
I don't think he's ever played better than right now. He's been going through players right and left that have been really putting on game performance where they've totally focused efforts. Ko Pin Yi has won the lag. He'll be breaking. 7-ball on the wing. Notice how much time he takes in setting up on the break here. A very accurate or aiming effort. A lot of eye motion.
Yeah, the break requires a good hit.
Dry break. He's left maybe a bank shot here if you want to play offense.
Well, the offense sounds good, except for how do you get to the 2? 2 is in the middle of the table, but it doesn't have a pocket open, at least in the corners. So could he get to one of the side pockets? It would make the bank so much tougher. I think you don't even play it. I think you got to play safe. Let's see what Dennis thinks. You know, he even won a straight pool in Derby City, Dennis.
Yeah, he's a great all-around talent. He could try to play a 3-cushion shot to get the cue ball up on the 8. He used his 42nd extension. I think he's banking at it, though, the way he's winding up.
It looks that way, but I don't know how he can get to the 2. And he didn't.
Well, the 2 goes between the 4 and 7.
You think it does? Well, that'll be different then. I didn't see that. But yeah, it might have a big opening. It looks like he's shooting it.
Side pocket's in the way, so he's got to make a good shot. He used draw.
Well,
Nice
I guess
shot.
it did pass.
And he had to play long position. You know, you're always trying to work the cue ball closer, but in
Right.
this particular case, that was unavailable, so he made the most of what he had.
Yeah,
Perfect
well,
angle.
Well, he's another one who thinks Miss is an unmarried girl's first name.
You know, he's on angle, which makes a tough shot play that much more routinely. He'd rather have the right angle than be closer to the ball. Now he's carved up this rack pretty nice. He's got an open layout here. We are playing all ball fouls.
And we've been talking for years, you and I, about the Filipinos being the best players in the world and then the Taipei players being the best. Now here we are in this big spot in the U.S. Open where they're playing each other.
Yeah, the Republic of China, Taiwan, has led the way. Used to be the Filipinos for many years, but now the Chinese players have emerged, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time just because of their training practices.
Well, that's great, but that doesn't mean anyone who trains properly can be a world champion. You know, they got to have talent, which they do. But what I was getting at, it's getting down to the Republic of China and the Filipinos. Both. You can't knock the Filipinos yet.
Not at all. No. They are the world leaders, the two of them. They're at the top of the food chain. Little draw. And Dennis Orcollo opens the match with a break and run out. No, I take that back. He ran out from the bank off a dry break.
Right.
1-0, Orcollo over Copigny. The break rules have been interesting this week. It must break from a break box, which is 18 inches in the center of behind the head string. 9 balls racked on the spot. 3 balls must cross the head string.
That's the part we haven't had. We've had the box and the 9 racked in the middle, but we haven't had those break rules. People got to get adjusted to that if we're going to keep those.
Well, the penalty for a non-regulation break is the incoming player can force the breaker to play again, or he can accept the table as is, but there's no push-out option. It's not a foul. Orcollo goes to the extreme left side of the box. 7 ball on the wing. Rack number 2 about to begin. A wing ball found the mark. 1 ball also, and then the 5 ball.
Yeah, he made a few.
Not much of a shot on the 2, doesn't appear.
Isn't that something? He made 3 balls. And he doesn't have a good shot. But he doesn't need the bridge.
Cue ball lodged right up on the
Of course,
cushion.
I'm making a joke.
Now, he doesn't want to turn the table over on an unforced error, but it's difficult to defend yourself from here. There's not many balls to hide behind, for one thing. You're a long ways away.
Well, I think he could bank the ball to the left of the 6 and 9 and maybe go behind the 3 with the cue ball, either or. But first, get a long shot on the 2.
What he's thinking of is that while that is nice, he thinks that he would leave some type of an edge of the ball for Copigny to see, and he might end up being getting the worst of that exchange, but there's not much else he can do.
Right, it's his inning.
Yeah.
He did it. He might have made it. No, he didn't. But he sold out, I think.
That's what he was fearful of from that long range, and it was a calculated risk. He knew that this might happen, so it wasn't a poor decision. He weighed it all out, but that's a shot that has some negative expectation to it, and unfortunately this time he was not the beneficiary of a good break. See how easy they hit the balls, to maintain control.
Yeah, I marvel at how soft they shoot and draw the ball. Yeah, it looks like he's going to tie the game here.
Yeah, when I said in the opening, Godzilla versus King Kong, I mean, it really is. Very good crowd here on the early day Friday afternoon match.
We do have a player in California that is named King Kong.
Yes, I do. And you want to tell our audience why he's named that?
No, not fair.
All right.
Because we can't all be beautiful, so you can guess.
Two cushion position. And game number 2 goes to Copigny. 1-1 is our score.
Game number 2, the score is tied 1 game apiece.
For those of you that don't know, last night Copigny sprinted out to a 10-4 lead over Jason Shaw. Played perfect. He continued to play perfect, but Shaw overpowered the table and made massive shots and hard runouts and break and runouts to the point where it was 10-10. Jason Shaw earned the opportunity in the last rack and collected the remaining balls and won the match. Everybody was all patting him on the back, and it was a great comeback, historic even. And Copigny took it like a true professional, congratulated him, quietly put away his cue, displayed no emotion, no anger, and he really did nothing wrong to lose the match. It was just that Jason Shaw put on a almost inhuman performance, got everyone engaged, and Copigny made Jason Shaw a better player in that match and made him a better person too, because he led by example of how this is really a sport. No excuses.
And you and I have been talking all week about players getting way behind and they fall short coming back, but now you had one that came back.
Cue ball got away.
There it is, in the hole.
Well, Dennis Orcollo will approach the table with balls open and ball in hand.
These are the top pros in the world, and it's the only time you turn the cue ball loose is on the break. And that will happen often for some reason. Cue ball seems to find the pocket.
Players at this level, with this open distribution of balls, this will result in a 90+% kill. And then some portion of the next rack, they break and run out or break and play safe. It can easily eclipse into 3 or 4 games. What's interesting is runouts like this and shots like the one that Dennis just shot, I have not seen him miss a single one all week long.
And I noticed the glove matches his shirt.
Yeah?
Does he have a bunch of shirts and a bunch of different colored gloves?
He does.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh. And he's stylish.
believe that's the Molinari glove. Everybody swears by him these days. It's the best glove in the business. Dennis is gliding through this rack. See John Schmidt in attendance, Billy Billings in the crowd.
Yeah, Billy Billings was one of the top women players about 30 years ago. I really didn't recognize her this trip. Good friend of Belinda's who got inducted last night.
She was inducted into the Billiards Hall of Fame, the BCA,
Yeah.
along with Rodney Morris. Congratulations to both of them. They both had great speeches.
And Belinda still is a beautiful lady.
Yep. Yep. Cue ball feathered into the rail, but a fairly routine shot for Dennis Orcollo. Takes his time. Slow backswing, smooth transition. Glides the cue ball or the 9-ball into the pocket. 2-1 is our score.
I remember when players got the cue ball on the rail, they missed. They don't ever miss those shots nowadays.
No, they've made a more uniform approach now. Ken Schumann informing Dennis that he's got some phone messages over there, but I think it was really more about turning his phone off. You know, we have a big crowd right now, but tomorrow we expect an even bigger crowd, and we have an overflow area, and it's really cool. It's a high-tech video setup with a great surround sound audio, great big screen, comfortable chairs and seating just off the main tournament floor on floor number 4 here. So you'll still be able to come down and get all the action live.
And the thing about it is, the fans in the audience and the Accu-Stats fans out in the world are not getting gypped. They're getting some great play.
Yeah, not that we generally gyp people, but I know what you mean. Ken Schumann reminds him to mark his score. He's pocketed the ball. It's going to be a legal break. And Dennis is in good spirits. He sometimes gets a bit emotional and high-strung. Copigny, the far more stoic player, very focused. Almost, how would you put it? Meditative.
You know, about marking your score with all these witnesses, they're not going to forget the score. But in Kentucky, Mattia was playing Hubbard, broke the balls, didn't make a ball, and kept shooting, ran out. That actually happened. Yeah, those are not easy shots, folks. He makes them look easy, but that's a tough shot.
The first shot of any inning or beginning of any game is the biggest shot because it kind of regains your momentum and gets you back in the feel of things. So even if you just pocket the ball and don't even play ideal position, you've got things going your way. It's easy to miss that opening shot.
Look how he did that, effortless.
Jay Helford has Dennis Orcollo stay at his home a lot of times when he comes over here, and he tells me, Mark, you can't believe how much the guy plays pool. He loves pool. He gets up in the morning, and Dennis is on his 9-foot table. Jay has a 9-foot diamond table. And he says, I go to bed at night. He's still hitting balls. He plays all day. He'll go and play matches, and then he comes home and starts playing pool again. And that's how you get to be able to make shots like that. You got to have that good sense of timing, and it doesn't happen if you're not playing every day and a lot of pool.
And besides loving the game, they know it's their only chance to get ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt. He was the son of a fisherman. in the Philippines.
Nothing wrong with fishing, but playing pool for a living is a little better if you play like he does.
Nice angle there. Is he going for the side pocket here, or is he going to be content with a
Well,
little?
that's what I was thinking when you said he had a nice shot there, but the 9, when it's in the middle of the table, you can get any angle from the 8, and you're going to have a shot. You know, it goes in every pocket.
Oh, there's a break and run out for Orcollo. Couple nice stories about Dennis Orcollo. Interesting.
And you know them all because you spent time in the Philippines.
Well, you've heard them all because I've said them before. But anyway, we'll throw them in. One, he lost some family members that were lost at sea on a fishing expedition. That hurt. And he also witnessed his father lose the family fortune in a pool game. And Dennis was a young boy.
I didn't know that part.
All right, and he vowed to bring hell on the pool world.
Well,
And
he's
so-
doing it.
Yep. And so, the urgency and the need has created, the beast of a player that Dennis Orcollo has become.
Well, we got a similar story with Tommy Kennedy, American player. He won a tournament and then blew all the money in a gambling game, and he swore he's never going to gamble again, and he hasn't. He had a wife and baby and all that, and that hurt him. He never gambled again, said he wouldn't.
Well, I knew him before and I knew him after. He won this very U.S. Open one time.
Right.
Beat Johnny Archer. And then he exclaimed, "Praise the Lord." Dennis has made a couple balls in the break. The 7 passed the head string to make it a legal break. The 2 ball is really awkwardly placed for anything offensive. So Dennis
Except the bank. But that's off-angle bank, and
oh yeah,
you think he's going to shoot it?
No, I don't. I don't think it's the right call. You would shoot it if you thought there was absolutely nothing else, but if there's any other way to wiggle around the 4.
Tough to play safe, Mark.
Yeah, with the 4
yeah.
hanging, you're right.
Right. If he puts this ball on the end rail, a billiard could happen from the 2 to the 4. I think he's shooting.
I think he's going to just rub the 2 and go behind the 5 with the cue ball.
Let's see. Yeah,
No, behind the 6. Okay.
good enough.
Good enough. That's a great shot from where he was at.
But, the guy's going to hit it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to play safe from hitting it.
Well, he's going to make him earn it. That was the gist of that. Don't give him something.
You got to earn it. Here, let a guy kick. Take your chances. Of course, this is a simple kick, but all these players very rarely miss a kick. Oh, that's going to be a sellout.
Not that bad, is it?
No,
Or is
it's
it?
thin hit.
Yeah, it's a
But
thin hit.
he'll be shooting at this.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will be. The 3 is not far from the pocket, so the position isn't the problem. Make the 2, he's going to have a shot, and I believe he'll make the 2. He's going to hit the paint here.
Side pocket could be in play. No, between the 4 and 5.
Perfect. He not only made the ball, he controlled Whitey.
That's
We call cue ball Whitey.
snowball.
We call it that.
Looks like rail first shot here. Minimum speed to maximize the pocket forgiveness. Dennis is going to, realign himself. He's dropped the chalk yet again. We are playing all ball fouls.
But you could drop the chalk. It's not a foul. We got a real good afternoon crowd here. I don't think there's a vacant seat.
That was well played shot. Good speed and good direction.
Yeah, he's perfect. Bounced the cue ball off the rail perfectly. Watch outside. Oh boy.
That makes this ball play a little tricky because you didn't really want the cue ball there.
But I imagine he'll make this.
And Dennis capitalizes on his good play. 4-1 is the lead. Like to send a shout out to University of Illinois player Zishan. He texts in. He wants to know about Copigny's elbow collapse on the stroke delivery, if that's something that should be corrected or he could improve it. And I would say that whilst he can do it, it's not necessarily the maximum efficient way, but it's a very small amount, and he does it exactly the same, which that adds up to consistency, and that's what this game's about. Doesn't have to be anyway, doesn't have to be technically proper, it just has to be the same way.
I'm glad you mentioned consistency because I'm a believer that pool players are better, the top ones especially, are better at their sport than any other athletes are at theirs. You know, they're never going to wake up and play bad.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, but I always wonder about my own bias. Maybe I see it that way and other people don't, but nevertheless, I certainly put this right at the top as far as difficulty goes. Uh-oh, cue ball's loose. He's okay. I think it's an illegal break, unless he pocketed one, right? Okay, it is.
He's taking a timeout.
That's a good time.
We're going to have a timeout now.
Okay, everybody. Copigny and Dennis Orcollo back in the arena, along with referee Ken Schumann. Play is about to recommence. 4-1 is our score. Orcollo in front. He's debating on how to play safe here, Danny.
I don't blame him. It's a tricky save. That's why I said the illegal break didn't hurt your opponent much.
He's
Or
used,
you.
yeah, he's used his extension. These are these little tenuous setups that determine the good player from the great player. Not giving up much from here. Oh boy.
He didn't. He sold out.
Well, it's going to only be a back cut into the side. He didn't like wide open, blatantly blow him open or anything.
The thing about it is, when you leave a player a shot to hit the ball, you're in danger of being safe, even if he doesn't have a shot to make it.
Absolutely right. Dennis went and looked at the 2-9 combination, which does not appear to be directly on, but might be playable.
I think it's, well, you know about throwing the ball. If it's either close, your opponent can make it.
There's just a little bit too much gap there for a throw. Looks like Dennis is back cutting the one. Going to play the 2-9 combo.
What a good shot.
That was.
Folks, that was more difficult than it looked, and he probably will get rewarded with a combination 2-9.
You certainly never see an amateur hit a ball at that speed.
Yeah,
Cashed it in, took advantage of the slight misstep on a very difficult safety play. Dennis Orcollo now has 5. 5-1 is our score. It seems like a huge lead, but at this level, it's just an inning or two. So, amateur level, it's a pretty good size lead. At pro level, it's just 1 or 2 innings.
especially after what we've seen last night. 10-4 behind, and it was this guy involved, Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And Jason Shaw beat him 7 in a row. You know what that is with good players? You might never see that again, except if Jason Shaw does it.
Well, the one thing you can count on is that Copenhagen is not quitting. He didn't play bad last night. Jason Shaw overpowered the table, and I think he's kind of thinking about maybe doing the same thing to Dennis Orcollo right now. A better break. It's going to be a regulation break. I think it's a dry break, however.
Yeah, he did not make a ball. And I think Dennis will be kicking at a ball in a little while. He's got a wall of balls to snooker him with. I think the more distance you give your opponent, the tougher it is to get out of the inning. He's got to put a little reverse on it, or the cue ball's going to fly around. Look at that hit.
Wow.
He snookered him
Wow.
down. And you know, when you put a guy frozen onto the object ball you're snookering him with, that takes away a lot of the kicks.
Boy, that's a good shot.
It's a great shot.
It looks automatic, but you have to rehearse that for a lot of hours to become skilled enough to wedge it up on the 8 like that from that range. Oh, this is...
Very tough hit here.
I don't even see how.
No.
No, I think, he may end up taking an intentional foul here.
Tie another ball up
If you can.
and then take a foul.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it's going to be tough to tie a ball up.
Right.
He's giving him ball in hand, I think.
Yeah.
He's shooting the 6, maybe behind the 9. It's a good move always, and look at that.
Good call, Danny.
That's just as good as Copenhagen's shot.
Yeah, Dennis recognized that he was going to suffer a lot of liability, and so he was trying to minimize damage by making it a little bit more difficult, something that might go wrong for Copenhagen.
Well, I always tell people that I'm working with that you don't always have to play to run out. Play to where you can make a good safe. So that's what I recommend here. Run the balls and then play a safe off the 6. I mean, if you could hit it and play position 2, which I know will be tough, that's straight pool stuff. When you open a cluster and you have an insurance ball. But in this case, I don't see how he can hit those and have a shot.
Right. I don't think he will go after. I think he will work back to the 5 ball and then get positioned to play a pre-planned safety or possibly go for a breakout with the 5. Well, he went after it right there.
Yeah, but like I said, he didn't get a really great position off the 3. So Dennis Orcollo came with a pretty good shot, I believe. I don't see him having a great shot here. He's looking at it. I guess it goes in the side, but cue ball tough to control. It's on the cushion. But he did his best there, but I still preferred running the balls to the 6 and then playing safe. But he didn't. He got away with that.
Swish
But
right
these are the
beside.
best players in the world, you know.
Yep.
It's not easy to do what he did. And then he didn't even have to get a shot on the 3 at all, which he did.
The one thing that they're really attentive to is that they don't want to have a circumstance where they parry back and forth defensively, hoping the other guy commits a foul or a kick. If they get an offensive opportunity, they look at it like this. I might not get this good a chance again if I can't for sure lock him up. So maybe I should just go ahead and play right now while I at least have this.
And Mark used the word parry that you use in sword fighting, right?
Right?
Can he get in and out of there without hitting the 9?
Yeah, if he stays on that
Apparently.
end of the table, yeah, he can't use draw, but it looks like he can follow back and forth.
Very thin hit, so he can do that. Don't want to hit the 9.
No, I'm thinking 2 cushions right back where the cue ball's at now would be just about ideal.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, he overcut it?
Yes, he did. Yeah, we used to say on the road, he overcut the room rent.
He had a small grimace, but very little emotion there, really.
But in reality, he was thinking straight because you had to hit it thin to go in and out like that, but he exaggerated the hit. I think you just stop the ball here and then you have a 1-railer 8 to the 9. Well, he didn't do that, but he still got perfect. He couldn't have put it better with his fingers. Might need a little bit of reverse.
I'm just going to take the
Oh,
conservative way. Yeah.
he's going to play up the
Nice
long
speed.
way. Then he got really good. Tough to miss this shot.
Locks down on 9. Nice pause. So far, it's all Dennis Orcollo. 6-1 in front. To me, when I witness the way the players are playing, once again they've raised the standard to the bar for excellence, and the consistency is very high. The shot making unbelievable.
And they're so much smarter nowadays.
They really are.
And I say thanks to Accu-Stats, they're smarter.
That's a big component of it. Dennis Orcollo's pocketed 45 balls. He's only made 2 errors. He's playing off of the 957. 600 mark on the break. That's 3 out of 5 successful breaks. A wing ball hung up in the corner. That was the 8. It's going to be an illegal break, but I don't think that's going to have any bearing.
Yeah, he's not going to give it back to
No.
Dennis.
Absolutely not. He lost the game trying to play a difficult safety on an illegal break earlier, so he's sure not going to give up a shot.
You know, cutting the 1 in, you're going towards the 2 ball, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Tough to hit the 2 and not have a shot. He's not even going to hit it.
That's pure.
Oh, he hit it.
That's pure. And then the balls sometimes conspire against you. You're facing some serious adversity. You hit that ball just as clean, as nice as you could hope to.
Copigny has had conspiracy with the balls since last night. Yeah, you're right. Well, he had to go towards the 2 automatically. He hit the 2, made me a liar. I said, you will have trouble hitting the 2 and not getting a shot, but if he wants to play it, he's got a billiard, but where's the 2 going to be when you make the 8? I think he's shooting it too.
Oh,
no,
I
he
do
isn't.
too.
No, he's playing
No?
safe. He's playing safe.
You hate to play safe like this because if you force Orcollo to kick the 2 and the 8, then that makes that target a little bit bigger kicking at it.
Another reason you hate to play safe when you're losing by 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the safe is going to get you maybe 1 game. You can't get all 5, so it's a little disheartening.
I think, yeah, you're right, but you can't think of it in those terms. You need to think of it, it's 10 to 10, let's win this game, and then we'll pile it on after that.
The way you got behind 5 might switch and get those 5 back. He hit the ball. He's going to leave a shot.
Copigny is going to be rewarded for that good decision, though.
Right.
He knew that was the right percentage play.
He'll be playing the 8 off of the 2. Now, don't snooker yourself. I don't think the 2 is going to go anywhere far, but don't snooker yourself. You might even make both of them, the 2 and the 8. That's always a but in that case, he will be out in the open for the 3. Well, he made the 8 anyway, and he has a shot on the 2.
You see the softness of that hit. Yeah.
Right, I didn't think it was going to reach for a second.
No, these guys are so invested. They feel it. They can feel every revolution of the ball. That was what allowed the 2 ball to remain there. You hit it just with a tad bit more speed. It's easy to follow it in, and then it's problematic because you don't know about if you play position for the 2, then you might get hooked on or play position on the 3, you might get hooked by the 2 if it doesn't go in on the wall of balls. So he took that wall of balls out of it altogether.
Right. He'll go 2 rails to the 5.
Six ball virtually in the pocket.
See that shot he just shot?
Yes.
People out there practice that because instead of rolling it to go forward, you force it and it gives you more accuracy. So practice that. It's a big shot in pool.
And the way it should be struck is just slightly above center with an accelerating cue, so you kind of get that stun effect. It doesn't put very many revolutions of spin on it, but it's a lot of stop and just a little bit of spin. 9 ball hits the bottom of the pocket, and that's Copigny's second win.
Yeah, he still has confidence, that's for sure. He's not out of it.
Oh, there's no quitting these guys. They didn't come over here from China to say, oh, geez, adversity. I'll just unscrew my cue or go through the motions.
Yeah, it's a long swim from Taipei, Republic of China, to Norfolk, right? I don't think Johnny Weissmuller could have did it.
For all those in the younger demographic, Johnny Weissmuller played Tarzan years back.
Yes, but he won an Olympic swimming medal, too.
All right.
I don't know if you know that, Mark.
That he? Yeah, no, I did know that.
Yeah.
Copigny. Set the break as we got to look at the Accu-Stats statistics provided by Kamui. 7 ball on the wing. 7 ball found the pocket, but he needs
So
another.
3.
Okay, another ball went in.
Good thing it did, or it would have been an illegal break.
Right.
because he made 2, and only 1 ball went past the head string, so that comes to 3, and that makes it legal. See how good I can add 2 and 1?
Mm-hmm.
I went to college.
Thin cut on the 1. He wants to capitalize from here, and I expect that he's going to play offense, but he also wants to get it sorted out in his mind where the cue ball is going to go.
I think he's going to go to one of the corners. You know, he can't slow roll it for the side, but he'll go between the 2 and 9. He'll get a shot, just don't miss.
Yeah, there's no urgency here. He uses the extension, realizing that this singular shot may very well dictate the outcome of this rack.
It definitely does. All on the 2, and you got a good chance to run out and win your 3rd game of this match.
Good shot.
It's very good.
Had to settle for long position, but that was all in the battle plan, which makes the long shot play much more simple and routine as opposed to just arriving there and saying, oh gosh, I got quite a ways away. Now he has a slightly wrong angle for the 4. That will further complicate matters. This is going to require a good shot. He can either kill
I
it.
think he can play to the 4 and the side.
You were right. He recognized that right
You
away.
got that?
Once again, that was a very softly struck ball. You see these guys use ball speeds that are unfamiliar to amateur players.
Which is a testament of the diamond table, because if it doesn't roll straight, you can't shoot soft.
You're even further nervous about how the table's going to respond on top of the difficulty of the shot.
Well, he got sort of on the 50-yard line here, I believe.
I think he's good. I think he played that. Our angle doesn't allow us to see if he can negotiate the point on the side pocket, but it appears that it's not in play, and he seems confident about it.
I think he's hitting the point.
I don't.
He hit the point, Mark.
All right.
But it didn't hurt him.
No, I think that's right where he intended it to be,
He
except
got
for
where
a
he
little too
wanted, but
straight.
it came off the point. But it's all right.
Well, he got a
I
little
don't
too
have
straight.
to be right about everything, Mark.
He got
straight, but he doesn't have anything to do to go to the 8. He'll be off the rail.
Yeah, you just got to love his game. Such a smooth, compact swing. Very fluid, very composed player. Unflappable.
And neat looking.
Mm-hmm.
They dress immaculately. Their hair is always combed neatly. They're true professionals, Mark.
Good shot. He didn't try to roll that in because it didn't play as accurately. Picked up perfect position. They are the epitome of professionalism, they being the players that represent China. Everything you want to see in the sport. Ken Schumann, tournament director referee, is polishing the cue ball.
Jason Shaw just came in the arena and sitting in the top row trying to learn something.
Well, all the other players, they all enjoy a high-performance pool as well, and they recognize that something special can happen in this arena. It's not like what you see commonly played. Nice focus here, Copigny. 3 games back, trailing at 6-3. 5 ball in the wing. Nine ball got hot. Great break.
Yeah, he made a ball, and 2 balls went past the head string, so it's legal. But he doesn't have a real easy shot. Got a very thin hit, which means the cue ball is going to move around. Like you say, the cue ball will be hot. I don't know if you play this. Right?
No,
Don't
I think
play
he's
this.
playing safe. Yeah,
Yeah, bank it towards the 9 and try to hit the eyeball.
I think he might put that one ball down between the 4 and 8 and try to let the cue ball get behind the 6
that's
over
the
here.
4, yeah. I called it the 5.
Now he's going cross table and going to use the 4.
He did what I thought, which doesn't mean much.
Well, that's a good shot. It means he's
Very
got
good shot.
Dennis is completely defensive here. A lot of times they like to try to kick to a particular side of the ball, but the obtuse angle that he has here doesn't allow for much control with the kick. It's just a matter of survival. Make a legal hit.
You see what I mean about if you can freeze the guy on the ball you're snookering him with, you take away a lot of the kicks. He's not quite frozen, so he's got room to kick long, I believe. Tough shot, and it's no guarantee that you're going to win if you hit it. See, he doesn't have that angle to kick one rail long. Oh, in the short way, he doesn't have a real clear shot at the 1. Now he's going long again. There's no guarantee if he hits it that he's going to win this game.
But 15-20% of the time you get a random backdoor safety. You don't just sell if you make a legal hit.
Yeah.
He went with a little extra power in an effort to get some separation between them should he land on it. He viewed the extra difficulty as justified based on the fact that if he just rolls up and hits it, he's going to lose so often anyway. When you have a shot that has a negative expectation, you still try to tip the percentages your way by playing a shot that's appropriate to, or conducive to picking up the backdoor safety.
Well, he could get within 2 games now with his break. You know, you're not far out of it.
Right. No, this is
And
all.
they're not giving up anyway.
He broke and ran
Beautiful.
the last rack, Danny, and then this rack was initiated with a ball on the break and pick up a good safety, get ball in hand. So this is ostensibly another break and run out if he can get the rack under control. 6 and 7 might be just a hint awkward.
Yeah, you might have to play for the 6 in the far corner. And that would depend on where you get on the, it's a 4 ball, right?
Yep. The one thing I will say about Gopini is that I've never witnessed him make any type of a shot selection error. He might miss a ball or mis-execute it, which rarely happens, but his decision-making is impeccable. So this is the angle that's best suited to allow him to run out.
And he doesn't show emotion either.
No.
So I think he can go there where I said either for the far corner or even the side. Not the short side, I mean the long side. It doesn't go by the 7.
Kind of steals his resolve here, and it's one of these things where he wants a real clear mental image of where he would like the cue ball to travel.
He knows that if he falls on the 6, he's going to win this game.
That's going to be a good shot.
Yeah, he got to the side. He got to the side.
That's a lot of travel with inside spin, and that's where that visualization and the familiarity of hitting balls 8 to 10 hours a day allows for shots to be executed seemingly routinely.
Yeah, he just was pointing to where he needs to be on the 7. I think he got a little bit of a cut here, but I think he can control it,
To play with this,
which he did.
to play with this type of mental intensity requires that you're fit. And that's the part that people are misled by. They think fitness, why would you need that? You know, you're not a lineman in football or something. You're not running 40-yard dashes. But to sustain this peak focus over a long period of time, it's fatiguing and it's easy to get sloppy or careless.
Well, he might have got on the 50-yard line here. I don't think he wanted to get this thin.
He definitely didn't, but
And now the cue ball is going to travel a little more than he wanted, but I think he's going to go 3 rails to this. Missed the 9 going in. Hit the end rail after the side rail and have the 9 in the side. But you got to make the ball. Tough shot. Not for him. Yeah, he went the path I visioned, and he got it.
4 cushions to perfect. The audience respectfully applauds. Routine 9 ball. He cashes it in. 6-4 is our score. There's no quitting these guys. Boy, that's beautiful to watch it played like that, is it not?
It sure is.
Danny and I come because we're fans of world-class billiards, and to see it performed at the highest level in a first-class setting, it just engenders confidence and excitement.
Well, I come because I got old, and, I don't have... This is my way of staying in the game.
They traded racks here on the rack track to begin with, and then Orcollo rattled off 5 in a row. Now Co has retaliated with 3 in a row.
And still going.
Yeah.
11, team breaks, 6-4 Dennis.
Yeah, this is the only way to win racks, or you can't gunfight with your opponent here because they're equally good. So you have to win some games from your break. Extreme left side of the box. A lot of focus being applied once again. Wing ball shot in like a bullet. Yeah,
And 2 balls past the head string, but he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 ball got in the way, at least partially.
Is he going to jump here?
No.
Push out.
What do you do, Mark? I like tying up a ball, but how can you tie up a ball and still have a shot on the 1? He's pushing.
Yeah, there's nothing easy about this.
Except if you cut the 1 right, you're going at the 9 too.
Mm-hmm.
Possible to make the 9. He's going to shoot. The guy is definitely a shooter.
I think he's going to play safe or pass it back.
Yeah, he can go behind the 9 here.
Well, not easily. No, this is a tough shot.
No, bank the 1 towards the 4 ball, or is that the 5? Bank the 1 towards the 5.
4.
Okay.
The 5 is by the 9. I'm sorry.
Okay. Bank it towards the 4. You might go behind the 9 with the cue ball.
You could scratch too. Nothing easy about this. I mean, Dennis looked it all up and down, and he knows that Copigny's forced to play from here, which frees him up to play a more difficult shot. Very hard to take on a super difficult shot when you have that option in front of you. Well, he's jacking up slightly. I think he's going to bank it back down by the 4 like you suggested.
And went behind the 9, but I think he left the hit. Yeah, they applaud, but I think he's got a shot to at least hit the ball.
I'm not sure what he has here.
Yeah.
It's on the overhead. It looks like the 9's in the way. He's slightly obstructed. I think he could kick at it all right. He might be able to jump at it all right, but I don't know if he can shoot much of it. If you can see it, it's only a piece of it, and it's the wrong piece to go into the side pocket. One thing for sure, Dennis doesn't much care for it. He's going to end up using his extension here, it looks like.
Oh, what a nice shot.
Wow.
What speed.
That was subtly one of the best shots of the match right there. He got the upper hand now.
You know, you had to have accuracy and good speed, and he had both.
He had to use just the right amount of left spin, too.
He's going to hit the ball. I'm sure he's hitting the ball.
That was kind of I used to call it a half masse, but that was even less curve than that. There was a slight curve to it to make this impact on the 1. Now he's got a kick.
And it's going towards the 9 also. Going towards the 9. However, he snookered him, I believe. Yeah, the 7 is right in the way, I believe. Isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting tactical exchange going on in front of us now.
He doesn't have a rail to kick at, unless he kicks 2 rails.
He put his tip down there. That's surely not thinking of shooting down there.
Could he masse it? He could curve it around the 7.
I think that's what he's going to end up settling on.
Well, he hit it right. Solid.
He took a page out of my playbook and just ripped that 9 ball. But if you're stuck in a bad spot there, rearranging the furniture sometimes works out. He searched for a shot that was perhaps more controllable, but arrived at the answer that there was nothing there that was going to be good. So give yourself a chance.
Well, he's got a few shots. He could bank the ball. He could play safe. Go towards the 9 with the cue ball.
He can cut it. He can cut it in the side.
And you got to hit the end rail to get to the 2,
which means
will be tough.
Yeah, it means he'd have to land between the 3 and the far corner pocket.
Right, tough shot. I like going 1 rail at the 9, off of the 1, play safe. Well, he did that, and he hit the end rail. He's not going to get a good angle on the 2 to get to the 3, though. Unless he wants to go 2 rails past the 5. That's what he's going to do. That brings position, but a tough shot. Got to hit center right-hand English, catch the end rail, and go 2 rails to the 3. Easier to call than to do. But he did it.
With inside spin, too.
He did it. Tough shot.
Boy, it sure was. That was an 8 on a scale of 10 in terms of difficulty.
Great shot.
I like the way he checked the angle on it and supported what he was thinking with a great stroke.
Could he go 1 rail now and hit the 9 off the 3 just to control the cue ball?
No, I think he can 2 cushions around. Yeah,
that's what he did.
That.
Got a thin hit.
He's going to make the 4, but I think he's going to play position, just cut the cue ball, in, cut the 5 ball in from mid-table.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to try to come 2 cushions with this, is my point. I think it's just going to be 1 cushion and drag the cue ball just slightly to the right of where the cue ball's at now.
Yeah, you're right.
No, he went all the way. Good speed control.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, good shot. Worked the cue ball a good 3 feet closer than what I was talking about.
Now you can go 1 rail to the 6. Boy, the folks are getting a treat here, I'll tell you. You're seeing everything. You're seeing great shot making, great position, and great safeties.
And great concentration and focus here to do it. Really, the only gross mistake that Ko has made in this match was when he overcut that one ball early in the match up in the far corner pocket. He
Yeah, but he
slightly
had to hit
overcut
it
it.
thin not to run
Right.
into that ball, so
That's right.
we can't fault that.
Just this 9-ball remains. Ko is now back within one game. 5-6 is our score. And Ko will be breaking.
Very important match, too, because if you lose, you pack your bags.
He's returned a pretty nice volley of wins here. Both players right at 900 on the Kamui Accu-Stats statistics, total performance average. Each player has pocketed 45 balls.
Yeah, it's about right.
938 to 900.
And he breaks. It is 6-5.
Once again, Ko displaying great concentration as he prepares to break. Been successful with the wing ball here quite a bit lately. That would be the 8-ball. Did not find the pocket that time. It's a legal break, but a dry break.
Well, he's going to be kicking for sure. You go forward and freeze him on the 2.
Oh, he did make a ball. I'm sorry.
Oh, he did, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it either, Mark.
Dennis walked up to the table as if he didn't see it. Well, Dennis is going to get the short end of this exchange, come to the table with an odd arrangement of balls.
Yeah, and he's going to have to kick the first shot. If he gets kicking room, because I think he can shoot the 1 and freeze him on the 2. Big shot if you freeze him on the 2. He tried to do that, but he didn't. He left the kick.
Well, he snugged it up on the 4 pretty tight, and we're going to have a brief timeout, player timeout. Okay, contain yourselves now for the second half of this match. Both players in the arena. Dennis is facing a very difficult circumstance to play from as the cue ball is nearly lodged perfectly against the 4.
Everybody players back in.
All ball fouls. Gonna try to masse around the 4.
Might make the 1 in the far corner.
Oh, he
Oh,
fouled.
he fouled. Yeah, he did hit the ball. Well, Copigny could tie the match up right here with a run out. I don't see any real problem. The 3 is almost behind the 9. Yeah, he's trying to see if you can make the 3 without hitting the 9.
This is getting interesting, Danny. Remember earlier when it was 6-2 and it was all Dennis Orcollo, and now it's shifted just the opposite direction. As Ko is the favorite to tie up the match here and have the advantage of the break.
Well, he's got to do something with the 3. 3 is not a gimme. He could play safe with the 3 if he got good, if he doesn't have a good shot. But first, get rid of the 1 and 2.
Okay. Look at that speed to get the cue ball close.
And the right angle, too.
Who plays shots like this?
Got the right angle to go to the 3, even if it's safe.
Right. Well, this will be interesting. Can they use draw?
Yeah, he just wanted to get down there, and he did.
Gorgeous shot.
Beautiful.
He's looking as if this goes. I thought he was playing a pre-planned safety, but he's looking at it now as if he got the position that he can pocket this.
He did play the safe. I thought that was the best idea.
And look at it, you got the right edge of the 7 ball to really get some distance between them. And then once again, it's stuck to the 9 ball.
Very big shot to freeze a guy on the ball. It takes away a lot of the kicks. Like Orcollo didn't hit the ball last time because he was froze.
Okay. 2 cushion kick? 1 cushion. One cushion.
He might even make it. Well, he didn't make it, but I think the speed is going to help him.
Solid impact.
Well, he can hit the 3 for sure. I don't know if he can make it, but he can hit it.
It's hard to tell what he's got here. Is he half massing, Danny? Or?
I don't know if he has to.
He might be banking. He might be banking this.
Cutting it too.
He's banking it.
I don't know. He's banking his wallet is what he's doing. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. He sold out. Yeah, I don't think he used great judgment. He got back in the match, and he may have given a game away here trying to bank. Good shot.
Yeah, real good shot. Just trickle the cue ball back 3 inches. Perfect angle on the 5. Okay. Orcollo now at 922 and gaining. Co is just below 900 at 889. Very nice. Goes the long pocket to get the right angle to transfer more easily to the 7.
Yeah, you had an easier shot with tougher position. He took the tougher shot with easy position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to go under the 9. I don't think he's going to hit it. He's going 2 rails under.
Good shot there. Okay. 7-5 our score. Orcollo, after withstanding quite a blow, a series of losses, back at the table in control from an unforced error by Co.
Yeah, bad judgment. He used bad judgment. He shot a low percentage bank, sold out, and Ocala punished him. And how much punishment is yet to be seen.
Well, he was faced with a tough circumstance, and I'm reluctant to criticize his decision, but it didn't turn out perfect. That's for sure. And
Track 13, Dennis breaks, 875.
okay. Dennis now going to the extreme right side of the box. This time the 5 ball is the wing ball. Dennis does not spend quite as much time aiming. Nonetheless, displays great focus here. And 5 ball found the pocket. The cue ball rimmed the side pocket. It's going to be a regulation break. So Dennis will be at the table and shooting a thin 1 ball into the corner pocket with a great reward attached, as the 2 ball is very nearby, an easy position.
Yeah, automatic position here. Just don't miss.
Three balls out over the corner pocket on the far end of the table.
Looks like he's got a little angle to go 2 rails forward, or he can draw the ball if it's too full. I think he can cheat the pocket, go 2 rails forward.
Now he's drawing back.
Yeah, he's going to draw. He didn't have enough angle to get close. Well, he got close now. Now what do you do, Mark?
I think he's going to send the cue ball up by the 9, as opposed to try to go in between the 8 and 6. That's what he's looking at.
Could he go between the 4 and 8?
That's pretty narrow because how you hit that pocket. I think he's going to send the cue ball right between the 4 and 9. That's what his idea was.
You got to get good on the 4 to get to the 6.
Yeah, that's true. You rather favor, yeah, he's debating it. You rather favor brushing the 9 as opposed to the 4.
I really think he can go between the 4 and 8. Got a big space. That'll give you a better chance to fall on the 6, I believe. See what he's aiming at? He's looking to see if he can do that. Yeah, I don't want to hit any balls here because you might lose the angle to get to the 6. I think he's going to go between the 4 and 8.
I think he's playing the 4 on the side. I think, yeah.
Could be, yeah.
That's why he went down and measured that.
Or the corner even.
May have to be the corner now, depending upon how awkward this ball plays into the side pocket. He's going to have to jack up and use some draw, and that really makes that target small. If he can go in the corner, it certainly transfers to the 6 ball much easier.
Yeah. It's extreme angle in the side. It's missable if you try to make it and draw back. But I think he's trying that. Tough shot.
Down in the corner pocket.
Yep.
He smoothed that one home. Maintained a little angle even though the cue ball's lodged up against the long rail. And you cannot have any degradation of your concentration here. It's easy to fail. He recognizes he may lightly brush the 8, so he's trying to play that based on the speed and the angle of his cue to try to avoid that.
Uh-oh. Good thing he didn't get on the rail, but it's still a tough position here.
No, you're right.
He's got to go 1 rail on the inside of the side. Tough position.
This is a missable shot.
Missable position, too.
Oh,
But not for him.
he hit it in the heart of the pocket. Lethal accuracy. Another extremely well-played rack. Dennis Orcollo now has 8 games.
3 games ahead. Good time to get 3 games ahead when you're getting near the end. Important match. Like I said, the loser packs his bags.
Yeah, there's really no losers here. It's just a matter of one guy runs out of time finally, Danny.
Yeah, you're right. Even losing, you're getting some good prize money.
Eight 5 is our score.
Dennis breaks. It means 8-5.
I've lost my voice here. I apologize to our listeners, but we've been running some late hours here.
$88 inside, it's legal. But tough layout.
Yeah, big upper hand, though. He gets to play first, and he's close to the 1, so he can kind of have his way with the table. The 2 is lodged up on the 4. That will be problematic down the way. 3
Yeah,
and the 7, not easy.
He's got to play safe. Go behind the 2, 4, and 6.
Well, the route to get there, if it's not a one-cushion route, is not available. So he could go very thin off the 1 ball to get there one cushion.
Yeah, he's going to go one cushion, I believe. Oh, he didn't want to hit that. He didn't want to hit that. I believe he left the shot on the 1. The 2 is open now. Yeah, he didn't want to hit that ball. He wanted to go by him, snooker him, but... Yeah, the 2 is open.
Well,
Looks
Coe
like-
is still measuring it up. He's not certain that that's what he wants to do is play offense. He's going to go airborne with a jump cue.
Yeah, I guess he just can't hit the right side of the 1.
I would think he's playing safe then. I don't think he's jumping to pocket the ball. Yeah.
You're right. You're right, but I don't think he got him.
I have extension, right? Again?
Dennis asks if he still has the extension. The green light is on, so it's all go.
Yeah, he's got a shot. The way this guy shoots, he doesn't figure to miss. The position is right there. I think the 3-7 is at least close to a combination. Good shot.
Yeah. A lot of people looking in would say, well, he barely got off the rail or didn't get off the rail. But that's all he had. He was that straight in. And he had to manipulate the pocket to get this.
Now he doesn't even have to play the combination. I believe he can go right to the 3.
Well, the cue ball's going to be tailing off to the left a little bit after he pockets the 2.
Well, even if he goes one rail, he can get to the 3. He did. Well, he's going to run into the 7. That's going to stop him from getting to the 4, I believe.
Yeah, it's an awkward angle to the side. The cue ball's going to glance off the 7. It's going to be real difficult to get anything ideal on the 4 ball.
Maybe he should just play safe here, Mark. 2 rail it behind the 5 and 9. Might even get him with the 7 also. I don't think he's supposed to shoot this. I don't see any advantage.
Extension.
If he does, it'll be a pre-planned safety on the 4. So it's a matter of where he thinks he can do the most damage. Can he do it with the 3 or the 4? I don't envision him running out from here.
No, I think he goes 2 rails with the 3 behind the 5 and 9, and maybe gets him with the 7 too. Or yeah, he got him with the 4 and 6, maybe. Yeah, he got him all right.
Yeah, he did some real damage with that shot. Put himself where he has the upper hand in the distribution of the balls. Ko could make a jump shot from here, but it'd be a long lobbing jump. He's preferring to kick.
Yeah, you got to kick because even jumping, you're not getting position.
Nor
So
separation
as long as
is
you're not
easy.
going to get position, you might as well just hit it. Kick it and hit it. Which he did. But that little point gave him a shot on the 3. He just hit the point. He might not have got a shot if it didn't. But this is no bargain either. I think he's straight in and he's on the cushion. Oh, this will be a great shot if he can go 2 rails off the 3.
He's going to have to exploit the inside of the pocket here to create the angle.
Got to shoot the 3 to the right side.
Yeah, I was just about to say you
Tough
can
to
follow
do,
that in
tough to
because he
do.
had to work the pocket there.
Yeah.
Dennis is disappointed.
Dennis, don't feel real bad. That was tough. You had to cut it a little more.
But you couldn't cut it much. There
No.
wasn't much there to work
He
with.
didn't cut it.
He
went
didn't
right
there,
in.
right? You said cut a little more, and I'm saying there was just only a little bit that you could have maneuvered. And you're on the rail.
It was a tough shot. Just stop the ball and get 1 rail position to the 6.
He feels like the
Oh,
5-9 is a
the
go.
5. Now, yeah, don't even run the poor balls if you could win right here. He'll be just 2 games behind.
Copigny now has 6. Right behind Dennis Orcollo, leading the match with 8. We're using the Outsville Accu-Rack. That's been a terrific tool for lending itself to parity and fairness on the break.
Hi, Jason.
Now we have a result on the other table, but can't see who it was. It might have been Chang emerging victorious over Al Samari. Yeah, that's who that match was.
15. Penny breaks. Nice lead.
All right, here once again we see Ko locked down on the rack, opening this game. Wing ball found the pocket.
It's legal.
Does he have a shot? He does, yeah. He's going to be off to the races here. This is a manageable layout.
Does the 1 pass the 3?
It does, amply.
That's where he wants to be with the cue ball, where he pointed.
These guys take precision to the nth degree. There's nothing general about any of this. I like the way he got back up off of that. You know he's going to use a little bit of left English. That's going to squirt the cue ball a little bit more into the 1 ball. So he has to aim just a little thinner than he would if he was not using English. That's about where he pointed, wasn't it, Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
Gonna have to come with some left-hand English. high left-hand English, go right to the 3.
His cueing action is so smooth on
That's what
that
he
transition. Got a little flat.
Yeah, he did.
He's not real bad, though. He's got some angle to work with.
Yeah.
These guys are perfectionists, though. Now he's debating. Kind of looks like he's going to go backwards. 2 cushions. Come right at the 4.
Nicely. Still got some work to do. At least from the 6 to the 7. Once he gets the 7 out of the way, work is done.
Got the cue ball close to the 6, on angle.
And draw the ball now to the 7.
Just wants to get back behind the side pocket.
He's got it.
The 2 cushion route is the safest and the most convenient to play. Going to play both balls in the same pocket. A little bit of draw. And a very classy break and run out there. He wins his 7th game. He's trailing Dennis Orcollo by 1 now. 8-7 is our score. Both players displaying a tremendous amount of quality pool here.
And the TPA shows it.
Yeah. You don't really think of pool being played at a blistering pace, but that's what we're seeing here because there's really hardly any open innings. Everything is designed and executed with just a handful of mistakes. Go stands over the cue ball now, going through that pattern that he uses to set up for the break. See really strong eye pattern there. Sixth ball hits the heart of the pocket. I think another ball went in.
It's a legal break, and he's got a shot on the 1.
And the balls are starting to kind of fall in place here. One ball's approximately in the same location that it was last rack. It's got the 3 down there, just to the nearest ball to the 1 ball. It's all systems go from here. Looking around, you don't see any hindrances other than just maybe an execution error, which we rarely see in this case. See how loose his grip hand is. That gives him the capacity to generate a lot of spin with hardly any power whatsoever. Yeah, the 7 ball's just a hindrance of a minor proportion.
You don't want to touch it. It'd be a foul.
Yeah.
You didn't want to hit it coming back either.
Well, now we found the stumbling block here. It's
Yeah,
got a lot tougher all of a sudden. He smiles.
much tougher. What do you do with this? You cut it or bank it?
He's looking like he's in the back cut it and maybe billiard into the 9. Just hold the cue ball there. Might make the 9 on a.
Oh, he can get in there.
Apparently so, based on his body language. Is he going to draw away from the 9 altogether and go one rail? Or? Yep, he did.
Good shot.
Didn't try to overcook it there, but rather just fall on the right angle and accept a slightly longer shot. The longer shot doesn't play difficult when you're on angle. The longer shot plays difficult when you're off angle. Have to force an angle in there. You just check this up with some backspin. Now it's a very routine 3 cushion position.
I always say the third rail didn't count.
Thinking about going left-handed. I was hoping.
Guy's amphibious.
Boy, that was a good shot too. Had to stun that in there, just enough draw, perfect position. He had another classy break and run out.
And I always tell young players, practice both hands. Big deal. I'm sure he does.
I really like that Predator bridge.
Yeah, but if you shoot left-handed, you don't need it.
Well, I don't shoot very well left-handed. I have a hard time right-handed, so.
I'm helpless left-handed.
Here's a good look at our Kamui Accu-Stats, total performance average. 913, 919, 63 balls pocketed for Orcollo, 68 balls pocketed for Co. 8-8 is our score. These guys are trading barrages of consecutive rack wins. The Taiwan Typhoon, that's the insignia on the back of their shirt. It aptly describes their skill sets.
Made the head ball on the side. I don't know if it's legal.
It is. He made the wing ball, too.
Oh, he made 2.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't legal.
It wasn't, yeah.
Yeah. He made 2 balls, but it wasn't legal.
That's a stopper.
Once I saw the second ball go in, I just assumed it would be. I was wrong.
You know, he's cutting this in the side, Mark.
Man, that's a big turnover there, too, because he was on a nice run.
And it makes us hate that rule more.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to be able to continue his run, too. We're going to rub this into the side pocket, maybe get position on the 4.
Well, he didn't cut it. It was a very thin hit, and he didn't even come close. Had to hit the paint, and he didn't. Ko Ping Yi doesn't mind.
That was really the first little mental chink that I saw in his armor.
Well,
because
he's been sitting a while, too, Mark.
He has, but also you could see he was really concerned about getting the cue ball where it's at now, and I thought he saw his shoulders flicker just a little bit as he delivered that stick. Hit the point, because he missed the pocket by a fair amount there. It wasn't by just a smidgen.
Yeah, folks, you can't have your shoulders flicker.
No, if you wiggle, I mean, if you're accurate, this thing is the tip can't miss the cue ball a millimeter to play what these guys are doing. So when someone describes to you, you have to be more precise. Yes, we all accept that we should be more precise, but oftentimes we don't know what constitutes the degree of precision. And I'm saying it's 1 millimeter, which is approximately a 1/12 of the tip diameter. If you want to hang with these guys, that's what it requires.
Yeah, I think he's getting out here. And take the lead for the first time.
Cruises right on around the 5 ball.
Pound this in, bounce.
You know, don't you love the way he has? He's not a slow player, but he's a very deliberate and measured player. The actual span of time is not much, but he certainly weighs out every shot. There's nothing taken lightly, or I'll just hit it and have it get around here and then figure out the next shot. Every shot is played to the maximum.
It seems like he knows everything you're supposed to know. Look at this. It's not an accident. He got the perfect angle to go to the 8. You just rather not get totally straight on the 8 because you might stay on the rail. Only thing can go wrong now. He's going to pound this in and glance. Perfectly.
Chose to not go with the high velocity shot, but rather introduce just a little bit of left to pull the cue ball over here. It made
Good shot.
pocketing just a little easier. Oh boy, this is classy stuff right here. 9-8. Co takes the lead. Good look here at Dennis Orcollo's facial countenance. He has to remain composed and wait for his next opportunity. They're hard to come by at this level.
Right, he might not get another opportunity. The guy only needs 2.
And there's 2 4-rack barrages put on by Co getting back in this match.
Back 18. He breaks. He leaves 9-8.
Once again, he applies the deep focus as he prepares to break. This is a la Kevin Cheng in the finals here last year.
Yeah, he played perfectly last year.
Good look at his eyes. See the eye pattern there? That's powerful. A wing ball once again.
It's legal.
And does he have? He has a shot. I just don't think it's an easy
It
shot.
doesn't pass, I don't think.
No, I don't think it does either.
Let's see what he thinks.
It's uncertain if he even has the combination shot, which would be difficult at best.
But he could breeze him onto the 7, 1 rail off the 1 or the 2. Is he where he's aiming?
Yeah, good call there, Danny. Right away, you recognize the straight pull safe. Just off the arena, I see
Pretty
this.
easy. Might even give the 2 a little more clearance or less.
Yeah, that's a good job.
You know the fans are getting smarter when they learn to applaud on a good safe.
Oh, yeah, with the 4 ball where it's at, and Dennis has got his hands full here making a hit and getting separation.
Oh, he made the ball. And I think he might be even able to make the 2.
You know, he can make the 2, no doubt about it. That's quite a turn of events there.
Now the 3 to the 4 becomes the victory to this game right here. That was a good time for that hit.
Yeah. Copigny had the ball distribution favoring himself, but
Not
Orcollo
anymore.
pulls a rabbit out of the hat. Make something happen from nothing. That's essential when you play at this level. Nice solid impact on the 1 ball, banked it into the side.
Well, the shot clock is going to expire, his first one.
drawing back off of both balls, and that's a great shot. Good speed control.
Because he had to get good on the 3 to get to the 4. Now he can get right to the middle of the table. That'll give him the right angle on the 4 to get to the 5. Yeah, he's perfect here.
Now we get to see the Predator rest. We call the bridge. I call it the Bat Bridge. Just kind of remind you of Batman. Now he's not going to go with it.
Perfect angle to go to the 5 now. Well, it might get to be a race to 2 for the match.
This is great stuff here, Danny.
You know, he got a little angle here he didn't need, but he overcame it.
He even rattled that one in there. He got that a little casually.
He had to hit it on the pull side, that's why. But he did it. Oh, look how he killed the ball.
Yeah, he introduced just a little bit of right English with that ball.
Yeah.
Got the right angle now. You can just roll it forward.
Race to 2, folks.
All right. Robocop picks up his 9th win, and we're all tied up 9 games apiece.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 2:30. I'm going to announce the 2:30 matchup. On table number 6, it's on the one-loss side between 2 former U.S. Open champions from Toronto, Alex the Lion, and from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, your 4-time U.S. Open champion, Shane Van.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you could hear that matchup. Van Boning, Peggy Lion.
2 more things after my last announcement. We know we have a great match on that side, but we must refrain from turning the chairs around to watch. Feel free to turn sideways if you'd like to watch physically. Turning the body.
We're going to get to 2 players on the winner side and 2 on the loser side by the end of the day here.
Also, we do have the viewing room down the hall of the stairs. One right turn to the end of that hall. The viewing room has a nice big picture projector on the wall with speakers to hear commentary and watch the matches there as well. Any ticket will get you into that viewing room as well. So there's also a tenant in there with food service, food and drink service. So they'll be coming around your tables and ordering food for you.
9-9 our score. Orcollo breaking, 3 ball in the wing.
So everything's getting bigger and better with monitors here, the viewing room there. So we're trying to make it as comfortable as possible.
The 1 ball got kissed back. It's going to be an illegal break.
Illegal break.
Yeah, illegal break.
Oh, what a disaster.
Yeah.
What a disaster. Look at the balls. Oh, man.
Three's hanging. Well, not quite hanging, but 3's certainly makeable.
Oh, very makeable. He's got to kill the ball off the 2.
Dennis hit them pretty hard, and due to the series of collisions, the one was coming down table and got kissed into the side. The 3 ball rimmed the pocket, didn't go down. Something else fell in, but nothing went across the head string.
Good shot. He
It
already
was.
pointed to that spot because he knew that's the closest he can get to the 3.
And he subtly had to manipulate that. That wasn't that easy because it was
No,
such
it
a thin
wasn't.
hit. That was a well-executed shot. He made it look easy, and it was deceptively difficult.
Now he's got obstructions playing position. Which way do you go? Do you go 3 rails forward or 1 rail maybe at the 9?
And he's over the 7.
Yeah, this is a tricky position, Mark.
I kind of like using a little bit of draw and try to bring the cue ball between the 6 and 9 and just play for long position. If you err, you would rather hit the lower half of the 9 as opposed to the 6. He's going
went
around
forward.
it. He was able to get around it, too.
Beautiful.
Okay, good shot.
Now he's got a 3-cushion shot again.
No, I don't think he's going to back cut this one. He's going to go in the corner. I think he's not quite low enough. That would be a severe back cut.
Well,
Still not an easy shot, no matter what we do.
Can he kill it? Can he roll this in and hold it for the set? This is tricky stuff.
Yeah, look how thin that is. I think he's got to go 2 cushions. He overcut it, and by a good bit, too.
Oh, boy.
You don't see open table misses very often on a shot of that nature, despite
Well,
the
I'll
fact
tell
it was
you,
difficult.
I know it was a back cut, but I rather shoot that in the side because you could shoot it with a little more zip, and you're still going to get position, but I'm second-guessing. How can you second-guess these guys? Yeah, Dennis didn't let it roll off. Now
Dennis
he's
was-
going to go 2 rails to the 7 in the corner.
Dennis was not necessarily expecting to get back to the table on this rack.
No, I don't blame him. Now he's going 2 rails to the 7 in the corner. I believe it's the way to cinch the ball.
You called it. Didn't want to brush it.
He didn't want to hit it, is right. Yeah, it's getting near the end of the match, and the balls are getting tougher.
Can he play the 9 here as well and just hold the
Well,
cue ball there?
Yeah, at least hold it for the 8.
Maneuver it up by the pocket anyway.
He made it.
Yeah.
He made it.
All right. Dennis Orcollo arrives at the hill first. He leads the match 10 games to 9. $9.14, $8.97. That's our TPAs. Very hard to shoot 900 when the other guy plays so well against you because you don't get that many openings.
Copigny is looking down on the ground. Not another one. He's saying, look at him.
Well, I mean,
He's expecting the worst here. He's got to win 2 games in a row now. And he needs to start. Got to get a break to even get to the table. He looks down.
I don't feel like that. I think he's concentrating on his next inning. I don't think he's his head down. I don't think it's a display of despair.
I think it's both, Mark, but it doesn't matter.
Well, he shows no signs of quit to me.
Yeah, I didn't say he quit. I think he just got a little sad there for what happened. Well, it's his fault. He missed. He was getting on the hill first. Crowd got silent.
Yeah, everybody did. I mean, some dead air going on there.
Dennis breaks on the hill.
All right. Well, we're just getting ready to get started here with game number 20. We are getting our money's worth. Good look at the eyes there. Very good break.
It's not legal yet.
That's
It's not
right
legal.
on the edge. Oh, illegal break.
Right. He's pointing to the 2.
Kenny declared it as it has.
Percent or more.
The 2 is not over the head string.
That's not even touching the line. It's not in. Look at the line, Dennis.
Okay.
It's something else.
No, but I approve. Kenny was authoritative
Oh, yeah,
there.
I approve of the call. I don't approve of the rule. It's going to affect the outcome of the tournament.
You know, well, yeah. Oh, I see. Well, but that's how Dennis got a game like that a few minutes ago too.
But it only matters when you're on the hill.
I see. One tournament we were using not too long ago, they used a laser beam, which was really a cool little device, unique to see if the ball was touching the line. I'd never seen that before. I just thought I'd share that with you, Danny. I don't know if you were there.
No, I wasn't, but Dennis tried to talk it over.
Yes, he was going to negotiate that.
You weren't going to win that argument.
If I was up on a murder charge, I think I would want Dennis as my advocate, though. He does try.
You think he could be a good lawyer?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness is
Wow.
right. He got a chance.
No, I don't believe that. I guess I should, but Co's smiling.
Yeah, he's
He knows
smiling. It's his fault.
And Dennis is
pumping his heart.
he's got a chance here. Okay.
That's amazing. I would never expect him to miss there.
The intensity of the week is, we've never seen him miss a ball of that nature.
It's been a long week.
And a lot of high-pressure matches.
That's why you got to be in condition. 7-day tournament with pressure. It finally got to him, I believe.
Just a little momentary lapse in focus is really what happened.
It's over. Well, your focus will get a little bit lapped if you get a little tired too, Mark.
Well, I think that's what accounts for our dead air here with us. Everybody's had a hard week and a lot of adrenaline throughout.
Well, I'm not dogging it.
No, you're playing
You're
very
not.
well. I am. Well, here's the hanger. Will he just cinch it and play the 6 down in the far corner, or will he try to come up table?
Yeah, I think so. Don't play position when you got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he'd be too aggressive there, but he's not. He wants to make sure he gets there.
Right. You can't try to get better than this.
I think he's drawing. Yeah, he is drawing. Feels good about that.
Yeah, it's over.
Match
well,
ball.
Kopi, you had a good chance to do it. It's your fault.
And Dennis Orcollo advances. Copigny is eliminated from the event. A great performance. Pure class on Copigny's part. Any closing remarks from you, Danny?
No, I think we said it all during the match, and in the last few games we had a lot to say.
Yep. Interesting and entertaining match. We wish to thank all of our sponsors who, like us, believe in the sport. Diamond Pool Tables, Simonis Cloth, Aramuth Balls, and Predator Cues. We sincerely appreciate all of you for joining us while listening at home. Accu-Stats statistics brought to you courtesy of Kamui. That's our time for this time. Until next time, so long.